Hello, good evening. Hope everyone is well. To Breeze here from the Amateur Football YouTube channel. And if you kind of love grassroots football, Saturday, Sunday league football, this is the channel to actually be part of. And this video is, I'd say, kind of more of a bit of a response from Sunday's show, and I just want to say from like the get go, uh, Sunday's show at this present moment in time, and hopefully everyone can actually see me. Sorry, apologies. So like Sunday's show, at this present moment, it's it's probably the most talked about show that I've had. Uh, and thank you, Ashley. Hello to you, and again, thank you for like the shout out. Sunday show about the like vets was the most talked about show in terms of my like DMs, and I can imagine that other people's DMs were like going off, and and like there were kind of reasons behind it, um, and and I thought let me kind of come on to hopefully explain a little bit more in terms of how I felt, in terms of the like the panelists, because I kind of watched it back yesterday Monday, um, and the kind of comments that I got about it. And again, if there's any questions that you guys want to fire to me regarding the show, please do, and I will literally, of course, try my hardest to actually answer. But let me kind of talk about the like panelists first. So there was Dwayne from is it Swancombe Tigers? Again, spoke really well. Um, I've like seen him play like maybe once or twice, just in passing. A quality player, but actually on the panel, again, like he spoke really well, and he represented himself and the team well. And actually, this kind of probably goes throughout the whole of the panelists. Actually, like everyone, I would love to get everyone back on as again, that's without saying. So that was Damien Owen from Herne Bay. We've been speaking probably for the past few months. Very knowledgeable guy, very funny. It's Sunday was the first time actually visually seeing him. Again, very articulate, very funny, very knowledgeable as well. And we've had conversations already regarding Herne Bay starting their own social media platform, and again, that's like because of vets like football is them now becoming something of a kind of talking point. So yeah, big shout out to that Owen. Dean Thomas, aka the Prime Minister. I think without, I mean, it's you need to, yeah, one. So with like Dean Thomas, I think he kind of cooled everything down without actually knowing that he cooled everything down. Again, it's worked really well. Um, again, West London Rams. Again, they're like going to be a team that people should be watching out for, especially with Dean and Boise at the helm, 100%. And again, I would like love to get, as I said before, let me repeat, I'd love to get all of you back onto the show, as a group, individually. Honestly, it was absolutely amazing. And again, Dean spoke really well. So big shout out to like Dean Thomas. Dean from West Fulham. Again, let me just say current London champions. Again, very modest. First like time I've actually spoken or seen him, very modest. But again, he spoke well. He spoke well of his team, and he just looks like a great character. And and again, he's active on social media as well. So I kind of follow him, and again, he kind of I'd say documents his kind of journey like a little bit, but again, just kind of getting to see like him and get to know him. It's honestly, it's literally a blessing. Let's go with let's go with Dan from Crayford Warmbell. Um, we've actually been. He contacted me a couple of months ago actually, and again, thank you for kind of coming on, short notice. Again, very quiet. Everyone knows about Crayford Wombell, so you know they are one of probably, if yeah, one of probably like the most successful team that a lot of people know around London. So again, big shout out to like him, and but banter was very interesting as well. So yeah, big shout out to like Dan. Let's start with James. James. So I've had a few conversations with James, and again, this guy's a character. This guy's a character. Again, as like people would like even see, he's very confident, and he's going to back his team 100%. And what he's doing, not again, not only for social media, but behind that, for like the charities that he like supports, and literally bringing people like together. No one can knock that. No one can. And we need more people like James. 100%. Fierce competitor. Very bullish. Straight talking. And hey, if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. And let's kind of again talk about Paul. Paul, aka Black Clock. Paul is an assistant manager at Independent FC, and very knowledgeable. And again, very similar to like James. It's just black and white, and he just wants the best for his club and also for his players. Um, I've like known Paul for three, 4 years actually. Let me just say now. So, I still currently play. I kind of used to play on a Sunday for Wimbledon Town, and then when I can, and if picked, I kind of play for Independent. So, of course, I'm kind of I'm kind of in the WhatsApp groups, so I kind of know a little bit in terms of what kind of goes on behind the scenes. So, literally, Paul, hey, yeah, 100%. If you kind of don't understand Paul's character, or he like can come across very brash. And listen, Paul will even say, myself and Paul have clashed, but there's still that mutual respect, and I understand where he's coming from, and he hopefully he understands where I come from. So again, that's the panelists. Hopefully I haven't missed anyone out, but thank you so much. Let me quickly talk about teams that were not on the show. So Catford Wanderers, brother Ainsley. Again, he couldn't make it, but again, so I've got a lot of time for Catford. Again, a quality team. They are on a re kind of building, I'd say cycle, but what they put out on social media and literally what I've heard, they are going to be a team to be reckoned with. But again, behind the team is Ainsley, who I've got a lot of time for, 100%. Again, is literally always there at the end of the phone, advice, support, and like the biggest respect to Ainsley and literally what like, the management team are doing. Santos, who unfortunately were kind of drifting in and out because of internet connection. I know that they are going to be doing bits this season in Division 2. So I know Independent are going to be clashing with like Catford as well. So again, shout out to Santos. LSU as well. LSU A, Bs, the Super Vets. Again, they are creating an army there. And again, shout out to like the management team, team Ben and Lloydie. I've done numerous interviews with like them, and I've done numerous interviews with um, Paul and Ray as well. But like something that kind of stands out, you know, Lloyd actually came to my house to actually do an interview. So like he kind of came out of his way to kind of come to me to actually sit down and actually get his interview done. So again, much respect. And again, in terms of what like they are doing, it's absolutely amazing, absolutely amazing. And again, I think overall we are kind of representing vets football, and we cannot forget that. But you know what? Let's go straight into the nitty gritty. So the reason why I'm kind of making this video, if like you guys haven't seen the like video, there was like a lot of because I kind of watched it back. Like it did seem like there was a lot of negative energy, or like there was literally like a lot of back and forth between Paul and James. And hey, of course, like sometimes people, when I was kind of in it, so it's kind of hard for me to kind of judge certain things. But again, that's what people want to see sometimes and hear. And of course, like the friendly now between the charcoal and independent is going to be very interesting. But on the show, I like got like a lot of DMs, and I got a lot of responses in terms of what was going on. Like, like it looked like it was quite aggy. And I'm not going to go into too much, but I 100% know that there was a conversation after the show, actually, well, yesterday, between Paul and James. I know what was kind of said, but hey, you know what? It's literally out of just out of respect. I think it's kind of good. Whatever those two spoke about, hey, that's just between those two. And again, I'm just kind of creating this like video just to kind of open up a story, and and to let you guys know why, let's say, Paul may have kind of come across a certain way. And again, let me just say now, Paul, in terms of how it kind of came across, he has nothing against charcoal. He's got nothing against anyone on the panel or any teams in the league that we're playing in. Let me just say that first and foremost. However, this is literally where certain things change. So of course, we've not had a full league season for the past 2 seasons. Cool, COVID, we totally understand. So last season we could have managed to play a few games, and what we were told as independent, that yes, the league's been null and void, but the cup competitions will kind of carry on going, but there'll be no relegation and there'll be no promotion. That's what we were told. So okay, so like we were like, okay, cool, it is what it is. So of course, seeing teams leave, no, I'm not seeing teams. Let's say seeing like Charcoal leave our division, as in Division 2, to go to Division 1. And again, this is nothing to do with Charcoal at all. It's the league where we got to look at and think, hang on, well, you just said that there's no promotion or relegation, but a team has been promoted and a team's come down. And also, Catford have come up and certain teams have come down. So, like, can you please explain this to us? And again, this is because something that management were like talking to like the league about, and I believe, and again, correct me if I'm wrong, nothing was really explained. And I think another thing as well for me personally, and again, this is kind of my own personal thing. If like there's a promotion and a relegation for whatever reason, if like teams are swapping divisions, and the kind of league have officially said nothing like that will be happening. The team that finished top in Division 1 at the time, LSU A, shouldn't they be champions? And again, I'm just putting it out there. They should be champions. If you're kind of, swapping teams around and like whatnot, however you like see it, LSU A should be crowned Division 1 champions. And again, correct me if I'm wrong. Like, I'd love to kind of get your comments about this. But again, that's kind of one thing. Another thing as well is I know Crayford Wombels have changed their name to Glebe. And again, it's great because, of course, like, we want teams like Crayford, or we want players like that to still be in the league 100%. 100%. The issue, or literally what I want to explain is, so Independent, we were formerly known as LSUB, and we also wanted a name change. Well, we could have got like the name change, but the league said, well, because you're going to go through a name change, you've got to start from Division 5 or Division 4. And at the time, we were, I think we were top of Division 3 in the. We were cruising. I think with the points per game, I think they were doing the points per game in the first lockdown, and we were clear. But the league said, because we've changed our name, we've like got to start down at Division 4, Division 5. And if it wasn't because of Bromley Vets, who literally did a statement and literally said, look, like, this team cannot go down divisions. Like, it's still the same players. Players haven't left. They're just changing the name. This team deserves to be in Division 2. And the league listened to Bromley. And I don't know if other teams also chipped in, but I know for sure Bromley, that's what, we've been told, that Bromley literally championed us being in Division 2. So, again, fair play. Crayford, Wombel, same team. They changed their name and they're still in Division 1. Not saying that they shouldn't be in Division 1, but from the outside, it looks like there was no issues for them changing their name. And again, only teams in Division 1 can either correct me or educate me about this. And again, this is literally no slight on Crayford Wombels or with Glebe, but Independent had to fight tooth and nail. We didn't actually know exactly what division we were going to play in until maybe a month before, possibly even less. And there were players, and listen, I will be absolutely honest with you, there were players saying, if we move down to Division 5, like, see you later. Like, that's an absolute piss take. And like, the management team had to fight and fight and fight just to be in Division 2. And Glebe, so Crayford Wombel have actually changed their name and still in Division 1. And again, hey, I'm not saying that you guys don't deserve to be in Division 1. I'm not saying that. But hey, it's a new team. Was that conversation part of a committee meeting? Please tell me. So I think with the whole Paul situation, it wasn't really like, trust me, like, as I've said before, if you can have no Paul, as I said before, we've had our own like little run-ins, but like, he means well. He actually does mean well. And again, he will also back his team 100%. But I think because James was there, because James, the manager of Charcoal, was there, and again, they're very similar personalities, it was kind of very easy just to probably look like he was kind of going after Charcoal, but it was really about the league more so. So again, I know that there was a conversation, and I hope everything's smoothed out as much as we possibly can. Of course, like, we kind of still want that kind of element of like banter, that lacking an element of competitiveness. And again, this is literally what Vets football is about at this present moment. But again, let me just say, it's the league that's that I would say we have the issue with. Well, not really an issue, but we would like answers. Actually, no, I don't think Independent would even like answers because it is what it is. You know, we're in Division 2. We know when the season starts. It is what it is. But it's the fact that in the Independent had to fight tooth and nail to be where they are, and like again, however you kind of want to see it, winning the Beckenham Cup twice, beating VCD in the final when we kind of win it for that first time, and then beating them 6-1 or 6-2 in the semi-final convincingly. Convincingly, let me just say that I wasn't there watching convincingly, and again, we there wasn't really a conversation, and again, there's kind of like some like people, and I think Dan said it, but like step from Division 2 to Division 1 is big, 100%. Like players, man, like what I'm saying, like these are some of them are non-league, semi-pro, ex-pro players. Like you don't lose your ability. Yes, like you might lose a bit of fitness and a bit of mobility, but like the brain just takes over. But it's the fact that Independent wasn't part of that conversation. So hopefully that explains why Paul may have come across slightly brash. Um, Also, let me just also explain one thing. Another team that wasn't mentioned was a Mana FC. I believe they are the national champions, national bet champions. So
Wow, technical difficulties. I mean, the internet literally just dropped from like the whole house. So, apologies about that. What was I saying? Manor House, and also as well, hopefully you guys could actually hear exactly what I was saying. I didn't actually realize that the mic wasn't even with me. So, what was I saying? I don't know if someone can remind me. Was I talking about Manor House? Yes, Manor. Manor FC. I would love to speak to someone from Manor FC regarding their like journey, because again, they are national champions, and again, hopefully, everything that I've spoken about, it probably gives you guys a better understanding. Again, why there seemed to be like a bit of back and forth, and again, nothing against Charcoal. I love Charcoal, man. Like, I love what they stand for. I love Independent as well, man. Aggressive, forward thinking team. I love every single team that was literally on the panel. And again, it just proves how like big Vets football is. And just probably two more things before I leave. So, in terms of who I think are favorites to win Division 2, I would say there's going to be Eltham Palace, Independent, Catford, and Santos. I think the winners are going to be from those four. Eltham Palace, Independent, Catford, and Santos. I think the winners of that division will come from those four. It's going to be really, really close. Division 1, I would say, I think the favorites are LSU A. They have the raw ability, and let's be real, like they finished top of the division last season. So in my eyes and in everyone else's eyes, I know that they're champions. Yes, of course, it'd be great to have the medal and the trophy, but it is what it is. So LSU are going to be favorites closely. I think, of course, Charcoal and Glebe are going to be very, very, very close. And yeah, I think, again, Charcoal, in terms of what I've seen on social media, and again, getting to 2 finals in your debut season. Yeah, listen, like, if kind of someone probably even said to them, you will literally get to 2 finals in your debut season, they would literally bite your hand off. So Charcoal are here to stay. They are literally not going to be a fly-by team. They're going to be here for the long haul. They are going to be here to actually try and take as many trophies away from everyone else. But again, with LSU, who are kind of doing their like bits on social media as well. Glebe, you have, of course, Independent, Catford. These like teams that can really, really, really challenge Manor as well. Manor in Division 1. They are going to be challenging as well. Again, it's going to be a very, very close fought league. But yeah, that's just kind of my thoughts. Hopefully I've kind of explained everything well. Let me just say as well, the friendly between the Charcoal and Independent. Let me see if I can get something on screen. Maybe I don't think I can, but let me just tell you. Actually, let me just tell you, is the friendly, I believe, is the 28th of August. The kind of 28th of August. I believe it's a 1 p.m. kickoff at Cole Harbour Leisure Centre. But again, I am going to confirm these details. But again, with this friendly, let me, I can kind of probably say like a few things about this friendly. Charcoal have played 5 games in the league and have played a little bit more in the cup. So again, definitely inexperienced within the league. So again, they've, like the teams that they've like played against, I don't know what the kind of quality is, but I can kind of definitely say to like Charcoal, don't take it as a kind of kick around, because I think Independent are going to be a team that will literally want to win, have the will to win. And again, even like in the Seagas final, Independent were 2 goals down with 9 minutes to go in the final, and Independent won the final 4-2. So, it just proves the mentality and the strength, in terms of what like this like team has. And again, the team definitely mirrors what Ray and Paul do 100%. Having anything between 18 to 25 players come down wanting to play as well, it just shows that the management team at Independent are doing something right. So that's probably what you will probably be facing. And again, it's going to be a very, I don't know if it's going to be a strong lineup, but I know the team's there to win. And I would say for Independent to like Charcoal have quality. Charcoal have an army, an army on the pitch and off the pitch. They can very easily bring 200 to 300 people to a normal league game, and that in itself can be very intimidating. And getting to 2 cup finals on your debut season, you have to applaud that. Independent, you have to applaud that. Do not take this team lightly, and of course use it as I'd say a measuring stick, but possibly in terms of what the team needs to do to get to Division 1. And I think whoever is victorious, again, it's I think there's going to be a lot of lessons learned in that game, 100%. And I can't wait for like the banter on the sideline. I think like the sideline is going to be fire. I think Paul will definitely hold his own. James will definitely hold his own. There, again, I'm call it friendly fire. Call it there's 100%. There's like going to be things that are going to be said that are going to be on the cusp of being disrespectful, 100%. And I expect certain people to lose their rag, 100%. But again, that's the sideline banter. That's the sideline mentality. You have to also win that game to literally put that energy into the like players that you have on the pitch. So I'm expecting fireworks. I'm expecting a great game. And I really want to, again, just do a part 2 to this Vets show as well, because again, it went really well. I really enjoyed it. Everyone that I've spoken to really, really enjoyed it. And we are going to be doing a lot more stuff next season as well. Next season, preseason. I am in talks already. And yes, I will be organizing it. The Amateur Football Platform will literally be organizing something really, really special. So hopefully that's literally explained everything. Thank you guys for watching. Big shout out to Ashley. You need to let me know when it's on live so I can jump on. I'm almost at Vets 3 years till then. 100%, Ashley, man. Quality player. And again, apologies for for the abrupt live. And Owen Williams, appreciate that, man. It was a great night. It was a pleasure to take part. Can't wait until we kind of get to meet some of you guys on the pitch. Likewise, brother. Likewise. Again, if you like what you've heard and if you like the content that I'm kind of putting out, I've got interviews with some guys from SC Dons. I've got an interview with Winger, who's the manager of Lambeth All Stars, next week as well. If you kind of like this type of content, honestly, please just kind of give me a shout. And yeah, you know what? Please kind of like and subscribe to this channel. I literally do as much as I possibly can to literally help the community. So again, thank you guys for watching. My name is Tabrice. Yes, I'm going to say I'm probably one of the best, not probably, I am the best vets centre-back you will ever see in your life. Ask the people who have seen me play in big games. I'm a big game player. Yes, I've said it. Big game players do big game things. So again, thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys real soon.